In this video, we'll talk about live loads, and the live loads in this structure, especially between the floor and the roof, right, include the weight of people, the furniture, the temporary movable items, right? And these loads, they're dynamic, so it means that they can change, they can vary depending on occupancy and also depending of the space, right? And I'm gonna show you in this video, I'm gonna show you how to apply the live load to this entire structure, right? And the first thing that you have to do, you need to define, like I defined already the loads. Like if I go on load definition here, if I close, if I go on load type here, if the load type table appears, like you can just see that I already defined the live load flow for the floor and the live load for the roof, right? And all of them, they're in live load category, right? You can see if I go here, if I click on 15 here, you can see the live load, the nature is live load and the name is live load for the floor is the same for the roof, right? So we have to define the live load for the floor and the live load for the roof. You can just watch the previous videos that I made. And this is not that important because I explained to you already how to do it. So I'm gonna close it. So the next step you have to do is to go on load again and then go on load definition here. So our point here for this step is to apply the load to this structure, the live load to this structure, right? So after this one here, you have to make sure that the category, that the load type is under the live loads for the floor. So I'm gonna start applying live loads to the floor, only the floor, and then I'm gonna do for the roof because the roof and the floor, they have different values, right? The live load for the floor and the roof, they have different values. So I'm gonna do all of them separately, right? And here from this table here, load definition, I'll go on surface, I'll pick surface, and I will choose the uniform loads. So uniform load, I explained to you, like is the loads a uniform load at a specific length, a specific like area, and in Z direction, of course, my load are going downward because of the gravity. The gravity that they're putting the loads to the center of the Earth, right? So I'm gonna take in Z direction. Since it's downwards, it's gonna be negative, and the value that I'm gonna take for the flow, for the live load for the flow, it's gonna be 2.6, but in negative way, right? So as you can see, it's under live load for the flow. And from here, I will take global, right? This means global Z, Y, X. This means global, right? And I'm gonna take the projected loads, and I'm gonna press add. And then from here, I'll go on plane because my second step is to apply the load to the first level. So I'm gonna change the X, Y axis here. I'll click on X, Y axis here. I'm gonna pick the first flow, and my first flow starts. Okay, let me just zoom for you. So my first flow starts for the first level starts from 4.5, right? So this is my first level. So I'm gonna right click here and then press on select. And then from select here, I'm gonna just click here, right? Only the floor has been selected, and to make sure that it's only the floor that has been selected, just gonna click on apply here, and you can see only the number of the floor appears here. So it means that only the floor is selected, right? And after make sure that only the floor is selected, you can just click on apply, right? And if you change the view here, if you go to the previous view, you might see that okay, let me zoom for you. Sorry. Let me change again the view. Okay. All right. Let me change the view. Okay. All right. Let me go home and let me zoom everything out. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. If you go on load here, if you go on load, right, you just see that only the load has been applied to the first floor, right? The first floor, like the first floor. So we need to do the same. We need to repeat the same process for the first and the second and the third floors, right? And the roof as well, right? So if I change here, if I change, you can just see only the first floor has been as the live floors, right? So we need to do the same process to the remaining floors and the roof, right? So I'm gonna go and plan again, right? I'm gonna go and plan again. I'm gonna change the view to the plan, and from here, like the same table for load definition, I will click to the my second level. My second level starts from 7.5, right? I'm gonna click on 7.5 here, and I'll repeat the same process. Just click on select and select the flow, and then click here. You can see my flow become 254, right? And then apply, and I can do this. I can go here, third flow, right? This third flow, right? And right click, select, then click here, select the flow, and then apply, right? And then here I'm gonna close, and I'm gonna go on view again. I'm gonna change the view. And if I hide the section, if you just hide the section, you will see that our live loads, they've been applied only on the first floor, second floor, and the third floor. We need to do the same for the roof, but it's in different, like they have different, but I need to use the different magnitudes, the different forces, right? I'm gonna take 2.1 kilonewton meter square, right? So I will change the view again. I will go in plan view again, and from the plan view I will go on loads, and I'll take the load definition again, and I'll repeat the same process but in different value. I'm gonna pick the different value, so I'm gonna go on surface again and load uniform, right? And here in this direction I'll take 2.10, like 2.1 negative direction, like downwards, and I'll keep the same setup the same way it is right now, the constant, and I'm gonna edit. And from here I will go and pick the last flow. The last flow is the roof, right? So it starts from 13.5. I'm gonna click there, and I'm gonna repeat the same way of selecting. I'm gonna just right click and then press on select, and then click on the roof here. And then after that, I'm gonna make sure that is the roof. Our roof number is 256, right? And then I'm gonna press apply. All right, it has been applied already, so I can close this table for the flow. And if I change the view, if I just change the view right now to make sure that all the load has been all the loads have been applied, and you can see that, yeah, you can see that let me do this. Oh, okay. You can see that if like I made a mistake, like I made a little bit of mistake here, right? If you made a mistake, if you couldn't change this part, the load cases, don't panic, don't repeat the same process. It's gonna be a waste of time. You just go on loads, right? Just go on load here, right? And go on load table, open the load table, right? I'm gonna show how to modify it. I made a small mistake. All right. Sorry, it's taking time. All right. Yeah, from the load table here, right? If you open it, like if you open it right now, you can see that here, this one here, this one should be live loads for the flow, but I put it live load. I put it under the dead loads for the floor, so I need to change it. I can just click here and then take the live loads for the roof, right? I can just click live load for the roof, right? And you can see it's the same thing. Like our forces is 2.1. It's in global and it's in projected loads, right? So there's nothing changed. Only the cases, only the load cases, right? I just switch from the dead loads to the live loads, right? Because I could have the first step that I need to change the category, the category of the cases, the load cases, but I didn't change it by mistake. So don't panic. You can just go on load table and you can just modify it, okay? And if to make sure that everything has been categorized properly, just go on geometry. I mean, just go on view again here, down here, right? And try to display the same load. Just go on load category here and go on live loads for the roof, right? And you can see this is our live load for the roof. So I changed this already, and now everything has been applied properly, right? So you can just save your project. You can go and save your project here, and this is all about this new video. And if you have any other question, you can just try to comment And don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to share the video, and also the most important part is don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one. Bye bye.